What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't your job, your family, or your lack of money? What if it's the amount of time you spend watching everyone else's life instead of building your own? Think about it. Every day, millions of people wake up and immediately check social media. They compare their bodies, their careers, their relationships, and their success to people they've never even met. And little by little, they forget the most important person they should be paying attention to: themselves. If that sounds familiar, stay with me, because by the end of this story, you'll understand why focusing on yourself is the greatest investment you'll ever make. Meet Ethan. He was 29 years old and worked at a small marketing company. Every morning started the same way. Before getting out of bed, he spent nearly an hour scrolling through social media. One friend had just bought a new house. Another was traveling across Europe. Someone else announced a promotion. Every post made Ethan feel like he was falling behind. Instead of working on his own goals, he became obsessed with everyone else's success. He constantly compared. He constantly complained. And somehow, despite being busy all day, he never moved any closer to the life he wanted. Months turned into years. Nothing changed. One Saturday morning, Ethan visited a local park. He noticed an elderly man sitting quietly on a bench reading a book. Unlike everyone else staring at their phones, the old man looked completely at peace. Curious, Ethan sat beside him. After a few minutes, he asked, "How do you stay so calm when everyone else seems to be doing better?" The old man smiled. He closed his book and pointed toward two trees. One tree was tall and full of green leaves. The other was much smaller. "Do you think the smaller tree spends its time wishing it looked like the bigger one?" he asked. Ethan laughed. "Of course not." The old man nodded. "Exactly. It simply grows every day. It doesn't compete. It doesn't compare. It just becomes the best version of itself." Those words stayed with Ethan. That evening, he deleted the apps that stole most of his attention. He bought a notebook. Instead of writing about what other people had achieved, he wrote down one simple question: "What can I do today to become 1% better?" The first week felt uncomfortable. The second week felt different. After a month, he was reading instead of scrolling, exercising instead of complaining, learning instead of comparing. 6 months later, people started asking Ethan what had changed. The funny part? Nothing around him had changed. He had. Most people think success comes from beating others, but real success comes from beating the person you were yesterday. Comparison steals your confidence. Focus builds it. Every minute spent worrying about someone else's journey is a minute stolen from your own. Your future doesn't care how successful someone else is. It only cares what you decide to do today. If you want to focus on yourself, start with these 4 habits. First, limit comparison. Spend less time watching other people's lives and more time improving your own. Second, set one daily goal, not 10. Just one meaningful action every day. Third, celebrate small progress. Tiny improvements, repeated every day, create extraordinary results over time. And finally, protect your attention. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Where your attention goes, your life follows. Years from now, you won't regret that someone else became successful. You'll regret the dreams you ignored while watching everyone else chase theirs. The life you've been waiting for doesn't begin when someone gives you permission. It begins the moment you decide that your own growth matters more than someone else's highlight reel. Remember, the strongest tree in the forest never wasted time trying to become another tree. It simply kept growing, and so should you. If this story reminded you to invest in yourself, don't let the lesson end here. Take one small action today that your future self will thank you for. And if you enjoy stories that inspire real change, subscribe for more life lessons that help you become stronger, wiser, and more focused, one story at a time.